is Carolyn for Hollywood First Look Features, and right now I'm here at the Los Angeles premiere of All Square. This film stars House of Cards' Michael Kelly. Let's take a first look.
I'm a bookie. With me, you bet on credit. Now, this business model works, assuming you get paid. Sometimes, though, I have to improvise. This time of year, funds are low, and I become a little more vulnerable.
Is that John Zibikowski? I haven't seen you since high school.
Hey.
Are you friends with my mom?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea if I told your mom that I was gonna watch it.
I play baseball. I got a game if you want to come.
How did I see it when nobody else did?
You're gonna take bets on kids' games?
First batter you face, I want you to throw it at him.
Want me to hit a kid?
That's why you wear helmets.
So how excited are you to be on the green carpet today?
Oh, I'm actually really excited. I like all the poker chips everywhere, and it really just brings out a huge vibe for the film.
Tell me about Brian.
Well, Brian's a character, and he's missing a part in his life because he doesn't have a father figure. And when Michael's character comes in, it really just pieces together the parts that we're missing.
I want to know, when you first read the script and knew, all the, all the history that he goes through, like what first struck you as a 12-year-old boy?
I thought it was really cool because of the drinking and the taking bets on Little League.
What is your experience at all in betting? I mean, did you know a lot about betting before this film?
I mean, I gotta say, I'm pretty good at poker. Yeah, but not for money though. Don't worry.
Who taught you poker? Was it your parents?
Yeah, I'm blaming them.
What was your favorite thing working on this film?
I think my favorite thing was probably the connection that Brian and John had. Like, even in the last scene when they're like laying down on the curb, you can really see a connection between the two characters, which is really beautiful.
So you have a very small little bit in this movie, but you have a big part as the producer. What was that experience like for you?
Well, I realized I would have to put up half the money to play the bartender who has no name.
Because your character really doesn't have a name.
She does have a name, they just don't actually... I think Michael calls me by my name. Anywho, 4 minutes was worth half the budget. No, it's terrific. And it's actually a great story because I met Michael Kelly at an official Emmy event, and I ran charging over him like a golden retriever. It was like, oh my God, I'm such a huge fan, and he didn't run away. And I introduced myself, and he was so gracious, and then 9 months later he said, I want to do this movie, and we need half the money, and it's a comedy, and I want to star in it. And we were literally... A couple of weeks later, we were in pre-production, and off we go.
We already know that Michael is an excellent actor.
Everything.
But then you get Jesse, and when Jesse comes on the screen, he's just got this angelic face. Even speaking with him earlier today, it's like, wow, this kid's going somewhere.
And he really is like that all the time. And he really is like light. Light emanates from him, and the two of them together, they have such incredible chemistry. We lucked out on so many fronts. When you're doing a movie on a micro budget, you need everything to click because there's no margin for error, and it all did.
So Yardley just told me this very fun story of how she met you at I think it was like an Emmy event, and then fast forward 9 months later, and you approach her to be a producer on the film. Tell me what that experience was like. To make an offer like that, you really must have felt very strongly about the material.
Yeah, and I put it to her and Ben as such that I said, look, I have this thing. I think it's really special. You had said we got to work together one day. This would be a great opportunity. If not, at the very least, I'd love your feedback. And within 2 days, she was like, can we be on a conference call? And I got on a conference call with her. I would never forget. I was at the beach, and I was like, holy shit, I'm going to have a conference call. And so I sat down and had a talk with the two of them, and they're like, we're in. We get it. We see this. We see you in it. We get it.
Did you think it would be that easy, or did you think you were going to have to go through a few more hurdles or a few more people?
It's funny because Timmy, the writer, he doubts everything until it happens. And immediately when I read it, I was like, we're going to make this movie. I know we're going to make this movie. And all along the way, you know, you run into making an independent film, you run into 1,000 obstacles. And I just kept saying, it's going to be all right. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. And it didn't look like it was going to happen. It was going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. And I was like, it's going to work out, man. This is a great script, and we're going to make it. We actually, John Himes and I, the director, had a deal because he was friends with Timmy as well. And we said, look, if you get Sam Rockwell, if you get a better director, if you get whatever, we'll back out. We just want to make sure you make this movie because it needs to be made.
When you watched the film for the first time, what moved you?
I think the scene with me and young Jesse on the curb, you know, and obviously the ending, you know, is very moving. But that moment where you see these two characters who both of them were able to grow 1 inch, like just a little. They're both a little bit better. There's no super happy ending, but everyone's a little bit better, and it's just a slice of life. Probably that moment was just. The whole thing's incredibly moving to me, but that really stands out. Hey, I'm Michael Kelly, and you're watching Hollywood First Look Features.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All Square is in theaters on October 12th. This is Carolyn for Hollywood First Look Features. We'll check you next time.